I am Victoria, your advisor. I will be your guide through the world of Rome Total War. Follow my instructions and you will learn everything you need to know. To continue, left-click the Dismiss button on this panel or my portrait. This is the area around Rome. Parts of the map you have not yet explored are shrouded in darkness. As you move your armies further afield, cities, armies, and the lay of the land are revealed to you. This is Rome, the eternal city of the Seven Hills, home of the Senate and the people of Rome. At this stage there is no empire, just Rome, with the Senate ruling and a few great families such as yours vying for power. You play the Julii, one of Rome's great families. At this stage, this is your only army, and you own no cities. Your mission is to assist the Senate in extending the power of Rome. Later, much later, you may have ambitions to take control from the Senate and become emperor. An army of Gauls is approaching from the north, and the Senate have sent an army under Captain Decius to intercept them. He has requested your assistance. Normally, each faction makes its moves in turn, but I'll move your army for you to get us to the battle.
Sir! Engage the enemy!
Battle is about to commence. Get ready to defend Rome from the barbarian horde.
Engage the enemy!
Ave, General. I am Marcus, trusted centurion and military advisor to your family. I will watch your actions on the battlefield and show you how to command magnificent armies and crush your enemies for the glory of Rome. Now, let's take a look at the battlefield. As you enter a battlefield, your view starts by facing to the north with armies deploying according to the locations they occupied on the campaign map. Your army joined the battle from east of the river, so it starts here. The Senate army joined battle from the southwest of the bridge, so it starts here. The invading Gaul army started in the northwest, so it starts here. The Gauls are beginning an attack. Let's take a closer look at the action. This is the acting commander of the Senate's legions, Captain Decius. He's a junior member of the Senate's faction.
Units! March!
Remember, the strength of a Roman army lies in its disciplined legions. They are the envy of the civilized world. Barbarian armies rely on brute force, strength of will, and an all-out charge to batter their enemies into submission. Once broken, they are easily crushed. The Senate has promised a reward to the soldiers who bring them the head of the Gaulish warlord, Dumnorix. It looks like neither army has summoned the will to engage just yet. Skirmishing could go on for a while. This is a good chance to show you how easy it is to command armies like these. This is your general, Gaius Julius, your faction leader on the campaign map and commander in the field. He is the most important unit. His wisdom and courage give both strength and morale to the soldiers around him. Use him wisely and victory is certain. You can rotate your camera view by pushing your mouse cursor to the edges of the screen, or hold down left-click on the ground and use your left or right cursor keys to rotate around the cursor. Your cursor keys move the camera left, right, forwards and backwards. Try this now. That was the basics of camera movement. Tips for the future. You can use the mouse wheel or asterisk and / to change the camera angle. The middle mouse button zooms you in and out of the action. Use plus and minus to change the camera view. To continue, left-click on the advisor. To select your general's cavalry unit, left-click on the unit card or left-click on the actual unit. If you can't see your unit, double left-click on the unit card to move your view to that unit.
General!
When you're ready, right-click on the area of the battlefield indicated. You may need, while a selected unit is moving, you can use the movement toggle button to change your unit's speed. You might want the camera to follow a selected unit automatically. If so, use the delete key. Your camera view will lock on the selected unit. Use the delete key to unlock the camera again. Double left-click on the unit card indicated. These triarii are elite Roman spearmen. You'll see that the camera pans directly to a unit if you double left-click on it. If you use a single left-click, it will select the unit card but not change your view. Our maneuvering has attracted the attention of the enemy cavalry, and they're coming this way. Archers are vulnerable to cavalry attacks. Protect them by moving your triarii spearmen in front of them. To be safe, use double right-click to charge your triarii to the indicated point. A useful tip. Double right-click can also be used to make your troops... The triarii unit's spears are one of the best weapons against cavalry. To attack the cavalry, move your mouse over the barbarian cavalry unit. When the cursor becomes a sword, double right-click to charge the barbarian scum. Make sure you don't let your troops chase fleeing enemy units unless all enemy units on the battlefield are routing. It will just tire your troops and leave your other forces vulnerable. Use the halt button to...
Archers! Attack quickly!
The enemy are now sending archers against us. Select your archers by left-clicking on them or their unit card. Now select your general's cavalry unit and then double right-click on the enemy archers to cut them down. Always remember, archers are vulnerable to cavalry attacks. You have nearly finished dealing with these barbarians. When they run away, get ready to cross the bridge and attack the left wing of the enemy army. Don't bother chasing the routing units as it will tire your troops. You can use the halt button to stop a unit. With multiple units, it can be a good idea to select them all at once when giving them orders. Units acting together can be more effective than on their own. Use Ctrl-A to select all your units. You can use the return key to deselect units. Another method of unit selection is to left-click on the terrain near a unit, drag the selection box around a group of your units, release the mouse button. You don't have to do this now. The game is now paused. You can do this at any time during a battle by clicking on the pause button or by pressing P on your keyboard. While paused, you can still move the camera and give units your orders. You can use the game speed buttons next to the pause button if there is a lull in the fighting or you want to speed up a battle you are winning. Don't use them in this battle or you will miss important information. Remember, to continue, you must left-click on the play button. Now that you're ready to attack, when moving troops around on the battlefield, it is a good idea to walk them unless they are either mounted or close to the enemy.
General! Hurry! Triarii! Hurry! Archers!
The barbarians have noticed that we are moving to the bridge. Guard this end with your triarii. Place your archers behind them. Use right double-click to get your troops there quickly. Now get across that river and kill the remaining enemy.
Units! Units! Move! Move!
When crossing a bridge in battle, it is best for units to cross as fast as they can. Troops can be vulnerable to enemy attack during a crossing. The barbarians have started a full-scale attack. Hurry!
Formation! Charge!
The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
Units! Attack! Units! Double time! Formation! Units! Charge! Units! Charge! Attack! Units!
This is a heroic victory, worthy of Roman arms.
Units! Oh!
Now you've learnt the basics of the battlefield, I'm going to show you how to play on the campaign map. Battles last just a day, but building an empire takes time. On the campaign map, time is divided into turns, each lasting 6 months.
General! Onward!
If you look at your army, you will see that the controls on the campaign map are similar to the battlefield. Left-click selects things, and right-click moves them. If you want to look around the map, use the up, down, left and right cursor keys, or just push your mouse cursor to the edges of the screen. Try it.
March!
Double-clicking on most things opens up a scroll with more details. The first time you see any scroll, I'll tell you what it's all about, but if you forget, you can always click on the question mark in the top right of a scroll. Don't do this now, as I have some more important things to tell you. It's time to get moving. Select the army indicated by using the left mouse button, and
Sir!
you have selected your army. You'll notice that as soon as you do this, the panel at the bottom of the screen fills with unit cards. Your general, Gaius Julius, gets a card of his own for him and his bodyguard. Use right-click to move all your units to the edge of the green movement area. Try moving where the arrow is pointing. The edge of the green area is the furthest point you can move to from your current position in one turn. Selecting an area beyond this will require more than one turn of movement.
Moves depleted, sir.
Remember, when moving your armies around the map, it is best to do so in force. Moving your forces around in very small armies or as individual units leaves them very vulnerable to attack. Keep your units grouped together. The panel at the bottom of the screen gives details on whatever you have selected and has buttons that bring up a variety of scrolls. You may also have noticed that when you hold the mouse pointer over things, a handy tooltip pops up telling you what it is. You can look at these later by yourself in more detail, but for now, I'll explain what each button does. This is your overview of the world. It allows you to see territories owned by factions you have contact with at a glance. It also shows your own territories. At present, there is little to show, but I'm confident it will get busy later on. This displays your currently selected character or settlement. From here you can cycle through all your characters, armies and settlements with the arrows to the side. Open an information scroll for a selected character or settlement by double left-clicking on the related item on the campaign map. Controlling a faction requires more than just a strong sword arm and a treasury full of cash. From here, you can examine the state of your faction, keep track of your heirs, and make policy decisions. If you open this scroll, you can use the tabs you will see at the top to examine information about the Senate, diplomacy, your financial status, and other faction information. This shows the current season and lets you know if you are going to be fighting in summer or winter. This is important when you are fighting in the frozen north or in the arid deserts where bad weather can win or lose a battle. This is the end turn button. When you decide you have completed all your actions for a turn, you can click on this to advance the game. You have already moved your army, so now would be a good time to end the turn. It is now a new campaign turn. You will see that the money in your treasury is going down. In fact, you are borrowing from moneylenders. This is because you are paying wages to your army but have no income. You will need to capture a settlement to give you an income. Money is essential to build settlements or troops. The circle button on the control panel is where you can see a summary of your empire's income and expenditure for the turn. At the moment, you have no empire, so there's not much to see there, other than the ongoing expense of maintaining your army. From time to time, you will see a small picture slide down the left side of your screen. These are messages detailing important events that have occurred. It is important to read them as and when they appear.
Imperator!
You can left-click on a message to open it. Right-click will dismiss it. You might notice a button in the bottom left corner of these scrolls. This will focus your view on the subject of the message. The Senate mission to capture Tarquinii gives you a chance to earn a reward from the Senate and to gain a settlement which will give you an income. It's the first step towards building an empire and should solve your money problem.
Engage the enemy!
To attack or siege a settlement, left-click on the army you want to attack with, and then right-click on the target settlement. Depending on how far you are from Tarquinii, it may take you more than one turn to get there. If you can't get there in one turn, hit end turn after you have moved, and repeat until you have reached your target.
Engage the enemy!
This scroll contains your options for besieging enemy settlements. Left-click on Show Me How for further details.
Over there stands the Greek army. They make a fine show and are worthy enemies. I command this army with pride. 3/4 of all our warriors await my orders, and I have faith in every one of you. I know that together we will win this fight. They think their walls are enough to stop us. They should think again. We have a slight advantage in numbers, but no lives can be thrown away today. We cannot afford such profligacy. Those people have never met us on a field of battle. After today, they will flee at the sound of our approach. When I set my heart on an attack, I do so knowing that I will win, that my men will win, that victory is within reach. All we need to do is stretch out and grasp the foe firmly by the throat. Brave Romans, prepare to defend yourselves!
Remember, the goal here is to capture the settlement, not destroy it. Buildings destroyed on the battlefield will also be destroyed on the campaign map. To capture the settlement, either kill or rout the entire enemy army, or reach the central plaza and hold it.
Onagers! Wait for my orders! Aye. Use fire! Aye. Fire at will! Aye. Kill them! Aye.
Left-click on